Well, in modern things I must do. Hold on. Really should really prep very quickly on this one. So, I realized all my ideas were in my head and I never wrote them down. So, on my two videos about how I would run DC's live action movies, that was all possibly either from memory or complete random. Except for Just League 1. I'm always prepared. So after all that, I will write it later. That means I have to rewatch all my videos. Or my two videos. Hold on. Yeah, the boss, because something was going on in the background. I didn't want you guys to hear about it. So, what would be the next half of my part 2 of my phase 2? Simple. Another Wonder Woman movie! And once again, just like the aftermath of the prequel. When will we go back to Diana? You can bite me, you can wait. So, like I said, my phase 1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in my phase 1. Darn dog. Cersei, who helped Hippolyta kill all the male evil gods. Even Zeus had to die, because we all know in actual myths, he is a complete ass. So what is this prequel about? How Cersei went to the underworld. Pretty simple. And also, the very first cheetah. Named after the very first cheetah in the comics. Not Barbara Monfort. This cheetah Barbara. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. You can hate me if you want. But I'm gonna use the first cheetah, and yeah, Cersei betrays Hippolyta, makes first cheetah happen, with cheetah medallion. Then a full-on war. And Cersei, on some weird continuities and myths, her magic only affects men. Also, I will make it personal, because I will make Cersei and Hippolyta Dean. Because, come on, there are a bunch of warrior women on an island who barely care about men. Either they don't care about love, or they simply think one the other is attractive. And this is what happened too if Themyscira was all men. You know that'd be true. So, Cersei gets banished to the underworld, where Hades is, because he's the literally only good guy in Greek mythology. Yeah. Also, I realized not all the Greek males or the Greek gods were assholes. Mostly not the male ones. But surprisingly, Hades is the good guy in Greek mythology. Stop making him sound like the complete jackass. Because he rules the underworld. I'm drinking my Kool-Aid. So, after that, the fourth Superman movie. I will grab the character I felt like it was complete useless in the actual Superman 4 movie. Nuclear Man. You might be wondering how I know that. I watch a YouTube channel about a guy who criticizes old bad movies. So, Nuclear Man's birth? Simple. Radiation bomb. And nuclear plant. Lex Luthor did it, so it makes sense. Then what happens next? Superman tries to stop it. But it still explodes, even with his ice breath. And a smidge of his DNA gave birth to one of his greatest enemies. Nuclear Man. Yeah, and one thing, I thought the Nuclear Man thing was actually a good idea, since Superman can actually die from radiation. Granted, loud, kryptonite is basically radioactive. So, I will get rid of the most idiotic concept from that movie. About Nuclear Man, he does not need to be in the sunlight. And number 2, I will make Nuclear Man go inside of a nuclear reactor, but not be destroyed by something that created him. Also, I will not do the nukes thing, because I felt like that was kind of weird. We need our nukes, just in case we ever need to take down the Superman. Because lately we've been depicting him able to get harmed by radioactive bombs. So yeah. So Superman almost goes through the exact same thing like in the original, but not being scratched, just being, well, let's say he got punched through the gut. So the moment he's, well, healing, Supergirl appears and takes him on. Mostly actually all of her counterparts in the comics, her main versions, she is apparently a lot more stronger than Superman. That somehow makes sense, I guess. I don't know. But either way, she is very close to being Nuclear Man, but he shoots nuclear vision. And Bullet almost got Kara. But who appears? Superman! And he slams Nuclear Man on the ground again. You might think that sounds like your Justice League movie. Because it is. Yeah, I'm not that much of a Superman fan because I did not watch enough cartoons, or there was not a lot of Superman cartoons in my era of my age of a kid. So, Nuclear Man doesn't get destroyed. Yeah, he has a bigger part in my movies. Superman does not destroy him. He just puts him in a containment pod. AKA the pod is made out of lead, so his radiation will not go through it. Not having his radiation vision. Do not judge me. So, what's after all of that? A John Constantine movie! What? John Constantine is one of the best magic users. And he is basically third place in the magical DC Universe strongest. Who's second? I'm kind of depicting that as the first as well. Because Zatara, and Raven. So yeah, I'll do a John Constantine movie. And it's his origin story. Why he sold his soul. Mostly based off of the CW show. And heck, I'll make him run into Dr. Fate. Who is a woman. Yeah, Dr. Fate is the helmet, not the actual person. So, yeah, you can basically make Dr. Fate whatever female hero, but not Zatara, Zatanna. Now I know why the new show called her Z, because, well, it makes sense. Because I kind of forgot which one was her first name and last name, so you can put it in the comments if you want. So, after the John Constantine movie, almost leading up to a magical Justice League, because even Dr. Fate believes there are more threats out there, and they could be more dangerous. So after that I do a Zatara movie! Well, I would try to build up the magical beings in my universe. And now, in my fun part, I make her at the age of 17. Well, still being a teenager, but also an adult. She's just in the middle. You can buy me, DC usually doesn't care about the age. So, in my Zatara movie, well, she just faces one of her greatest enemies. Matter of fact, I could make her movie villain Morgan Le Fay, aka a King Arthur character. Yeah, this universe has a lot of weird connections to the King Arthur universe, along with the Robin Hood universe. So, yeah, making Morgan Le Fay the enemy, or villain anyway, great move, great move. Also, she won't lose her dad. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick how the cliche is still going on in DC. You need a dead parent. Or both of your parents be killed. Why? I know in many versions Zatara never lost her dad, but it must have been in one universe she did. So, after all that, the fourth Wonder Woman movie. Why am I... no, this one is not a prequel, it's actually a sequel. Taken years later after World War II. It'd be almost like the beginning of Wonder Woman 84. But instead of Steve Trevor possessing a guy, and, well, let's just say, that guy picked the wrong villain. It should have been Cheetah the whole entire time, but I would still make them friends. So how would I bring Steve Trevor back into this world without him possessing a guy? Simple. Reincarnated, and his sister, aka his new grandma, names him after himself. Trust me, you could easily believe your grandparent will name you after their sibling, who died as a hero. Even give you their middle name. Trust me, that actually happens. I do not think that's a bad idea. You should be proud if you're named after your ancestor who possibly died in World War II like a hero. So, oh yeah, and Steve Trevor be a kid. Don't worry, Diana is basically aging slow, and also, she runs her own company. But a little bit, her mom runs the company when she goes out there being Wonder Woman. But the Amazons appeared in my movie in World War II, so it makes sense for them to appear again. Mostly as a bigger company. Let's say a quarter of the island, because I did hear not all the Amazons were training in battle, like a quarter of them didn't. So that quarter basically went with Diana to make Amazon Co. You can buy me about that stupid name. So like I said, it'd be almost like in the 84 movie, but a little twinks. Not making Maxilla Lord the main villain, making Cheetah the villain. Because she finds the mystical amulet. Because Balta buried it in the third movie. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but hey, DC. And I guess the fight would be like in the original, but a lot more climactic. Cheetah's almost releasing the eye where Themyscira is, and it talks to her. Come on, if you have a mystical item, it almost has a high chance of talking to you. So Cheetah is almost close doing it, but the Barbara in the Cheetah body is free from the corrupted power. And Diana and Balta stop the whole entire radio location of Themyscira. Woohoo! And my end credit scene of this movie would be Barbara holding the medallion again. And her eyes turn green. Meaning she's either going to be a hero or anti-hero. Because you really can't contain a cheetah's bloodlust. You could try, but it will take years, man. It will take years. So, but, oh yeah, and the other... No, wait, I won't make that the end credit scene. I will make this. Hippolyta, who has the other mother box, realizes it is bouncing like crazy and cracking. Oh yeah, this is leading up to a big problem. So, what's next in my phase 2? Simple. The 4th Batman movie. This time with Catwoman. Bane! Maybe the Penguin. But not as a fat guy, but as a scrawny guy in the Gotham series. Basically, wow, I really... Don't ever take a shot every time I say basically. I'm afraid I say it too much. You might get a little bit tipsy. So... And also, I would have Fish Mooney to pay more homage to Gotham, because, dear Lord, I am glad I waited years for that show to be over. Yeah, I watched it in 2019 on Netflix. I am proud of me not watching it. But I was kind of surprised it lasted for 5 seasons. Or 4. So, at Fish Mooney, Bane is running a new crime organization with the Joker. Because, come on, the Joker is the best villain of Batman ever. Robin appears as at least 15 minutes. In my honest, I feel like Robin could easily just be his own hero with his team, so he will still have the acrobats, and his parents train him a little bit to use his acrobatic skills as a fighting move. So, in many ways, Batman gets his back broken, he does his best to heal, and Barbara just builds herself up, uses the mech. Because Bane is that powerful without his serum. But when he does use the serum, aka his venom, he goes red and starts smashing the tiny mech. And Catwoman easily saves her because she knew that was going to end up bad. But realizes Bane's body needs to heal after he uses a huge amount of his venom. So now, Bruce gets all healed up because surprisingly, Batman get healed from a broken back from only a month. I heard that happen once in the comics, so I'm not surprised. So, bada bing, bada boom, we get a rematch. But it's not the Bane versus the Batman and background Catwoman. It'd be the Joker! Because who doesn't want to see Joker freaking huge? So after this fourth movie, what comes next after the Batman movie? Simple. The origin story for the Joker. I'm pretty sure in one video I said he's facing the younger version of Joker as the Red Hood. And yeah, he's in the same asylum, but right across his eye view is Harley Quinn, who is mysteriously wants to know his origin story. So in Fun Kinks, he tells the truth. Cause I'll make Joker say, "Hey, you're pretty hot if you're wearing my color." So, yeah, my Joker would be a lot different. Only a teensy bit. So, which origins... I know I said we use the origin story for the Red Hood. Apparently, he has 2 more origin stories. And DC retcon that as 3 different Jokers. Yeah, DC went all the route to make 3 different Joker stories, different characters. I kind of forgot the last one. I will make it first before I make him the mob boss. Because in one version he became the mob boss. Or a crime lord, so that makes sense. Yeah, when he's the crime boss, his whole entire gang gets brutally murdered by the Phantasm! Who is that? Well, I only know about the character only from, once again, from a guy who reviews movies either people never heard of, or these movies are so old they are nostalgic in a bad way. So after that, Joker, who I will call him from the most popular Batman movie, Jack. I know it was Jack from the Batman movie from 1989. So, Jack becomes the new Red Hood, yada yada. And the events happen as always. He is blind, he is scared out of his mind, seeing a giant bat fall into a vat of chemicals. It becomes the Joker. But it won't be like the time when Bruce did not know where the chemical vat was gonna go. He went to every part of it and found Joker on face down in the mud, but but has a creepy smile. You know, this creepy of a smile. But, yeah, that be it. Or is it? You see, in my weird version of the Red Hood, he won't be a crime boss as much as a criminal gang as a weird anti-hero gang. You know, take it down to our my bosses, take out the other crime families, because seriously, who would sell their drugs to little kids? That is very messed up. But you know who will be in the Red Hood sequel? Jason Todd! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my Joker movie, when he's Red Hood, he goes mad with power. He becomes what he swore to stop. So yeah, Jason Todd won't know Batman as much, but he will become Red Hood. At least that part of the tragic backstory for Red Hood be changed. Jason Todd doesn't get brutally beaten by Joker. Oh crap! Okay. Now to finish it off with 2 more films. Now I'm gonna be quick with this since this is gonna be 30 minutes long. Or less. The video, not the movie. No, never mind. Okay. I will do another Teen Titans movie, but it will be them trying to figure out who the heck is Trigon, because most of the teammates are being possessed, all that, and yada yada. And Blue Beetle's there, along with Stargirl, because I believe they could be awesome part of the team. And then they face Trigon in his own realm, where Raven unleashes her full power. And also, just like in the Teen Titans vs. Justice League movie, Beast Boy will gain the powers of the demon animals, because it's cool. But Cyborg, here's something interesting. The exact same noise you heard from the Justice League movie. And he grabs it from Trigon's throne. And it's the third mother box. Ooh! They bounced the heck out of there. I know that seemed rushed, but hey, the other movie would be a lot more detailed. So, now my final part of Phase 2 would be another Justice League movie. A little bit of a team up with Teen Titans. Why? Because this is happening. All 3 mother boxes are now in the same world now. And who will get all the mother boxes? Steppenwolf. Yeah, I'd be pasting the whole entire Justice League movie, but with Teen Titans in there. Making Steppenwolf seem more of a threat. Not just being the Justice League members I officially admitted to, but I will also make him dangerous enough against the Titans and the 3 Green Lanterns. Don't forget, in my Phase 2, Part 1, I made Jessica Cruz, John Stewart, and Hal Jordan the Green Lanterns of this movie. So yeah, Steppenwolf get the cube by one, talking to his Darkseid servant, but after he gets the third one, he talks to Darkseid, and he's close to getting what he wants. And bada bing bada boom. The epic battle begins. Superman fights Steppenwolf as hard as he can, but Steppenwolf freed the Kryptonians who were locked up. And also, Nuclear Man. Yeah, in my Justice League movie, he will die in this because he will be powering the mother boxes. And Bruce says, "This is almost like my vision. We're gonna see a more bigger threat." And yeah, Steppenwolf, well, he will be a little bit of a challenge for Superman. But with so many heroes, I'd be making Steppenwolf so freaking powerful, they will be afraid of the day when they have to face Darkseid. If all the members of the Titans and Justice League members could barely harm freaking Steppenwolf, even with 3 Green Lanterns. Hey, Snyder's version of Justice League made me care about Steppenwolf. Darkseid looked awesome, dude. So, yeah, it'd be like the Snyder version of Justice League, but a lot epic. With 3 Green Lanterns and Teen Titans. Oh yeah, and just not like in the Snyder Cut where the planet exploded because the cubes became one. Nah, they just make a huge giant portal. And who steps first outside of the portal? Where Steppenwolf kneels to? Darkseid. And Granny Goodness. And a containment monster. You might know what this is gonna end up. Well, that will be the cliffhanger. And the end of Phase 2! Yep. I will leave it up in a cliffhanger, like how Snyder basically did. Well, see you tomorrow, or I might talk about something else. Please don't let this be destroyed.